Welcome. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Exclusive.
Now that we are in 2023, so many issues, has surfaced, has gone viral, shown online. As it is, the article for today says that 2023 polls G5 in crisis won't endorse Obi Tinubu. Now, to really understand what this simply means, after nearly 6 months of media buzz, solidarity visits and eager anticipation by the Nigerian electorate, the five People's Democratic Party (PDP) governors who are aggrieved over the failure of Atiku Abubakar, the party's presidential candidate, to pick their comrade Nyesom Wike as his running mate, and have been demanding for the resignation of Dr. Iyochia Ayu, the party's national chairman, as the condition for truce. It may have met a dead end, with their media shows seemingly culminating into an anti-climax. While many still await the day in early January when the governors will eventually endorse their preferred presidential candidate ahead of the February 25 election. Business Almanac can report that unable to agree, the governors have opted against collectively endorsing a particular candidate. Now, Nigerians who had been eagerly waiting for the five state chief executives, now known as PDP G5 governors, to endorse either Peter Obi, presidential candidate of the Labour Party, or Bola Tinubu, the All Progressives Congress (APC) candidate, ahead of a presidential post. Presently only days away, were disappointed for the upteenth time when the governors gathered in Ibadan, Oyo State on Thursday as they once again continued the waiting game. Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers, leader of the park, had assured in December that they would endorse a candidate early January and openly campaign for the same candidate. But while many still await such endorsement, findings by Business Almanac show that cracks have since emerged within the ranks of the rebel governors, most of whom have opted to remain muted and quietly support their chosen candidates. In late December, the governors met again with Tinubu in London, a meeting that brought excitement in the camp of the former Lagos governor, with many of his supporters going to town with reports that he had finally secured their endorsement. In reality, however, the meeting ended in deadlock with Wike, who wanted himself and his clique to be on the same page, leaving disappointed. Of the five governors in the G5 camp, only the Rivers governor has no ambition of his own, but is determined to ensure that his anointed candidate, Simi Fubara, emerges as his successor. A huge tax on a normal day, given the determination of his predecessor, but a tax now made more difficult by the division his anti-Atiku stance has brought to the state chapter of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Still, while Wike can afford to gamble, given that he is not running for an elective office himself, and the APC doesn't have much of a grassroots support in the state, especially in the wake of the rift between Amechi and Senator Magnus Habe, who has since left to contest for governor under the Social Democratic Party (SDP). Same cannot be said of others in the group, namely Sheyi Makinde, governor of Oyo State, who is seeking a second term in office, Samuel Othom, governor of Benue State, as well as Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu State, and Okezi Ikpeazu of Abia State, all of whom are seeking senatorial seats. Endorsing Tinubu, which many believe there would be the case at some point, but on which the governors have failed to agree, could have been very much political side for the likes of Ugwuanyi and Ikpeazu, given the popularity of Obi, the Labour Party candidate in their respective states, and the fact that they are in themselves relatively unpopular and not entirely in charge of the political structure of their states. For Ugwuanyi, whose performance as a governor has been uninspiring, is a inspiring to him or thereabout. Is a battle for survival, openly going against Obi, who is quite popular in the state, could very well seal his fate. But he would be hoping that the solid structure of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) would help secure him the Enugu North senatorial seat and see through his chosen governorship candidate, Peter Umba. Well, I don't think Ugwuanyi will be capable of swaying, or rather capable of swaying 1,000 votes one way or the other in the entire Enugu state, said Namdi Naji, a youth leader in Amechi Nkanu area of the state. He's about the most hated politician in Enugu now, even in Nsukka, where he comes from, because he didn't perform. He cannot influence anything as it stands. Is just doing this G5 thing in order to remain relevant. If the election is truly going to be free and fair, he will find it difficult to win his senatorial election. And also, the only thing that will help him is that Enugu is a one party state, and also the PDP has been dominant since 1999. No matter how popular you are, once you leave PDP, you won't win any election. Now, Chimaroke Namani tried it when he left PDP and formed a PDC after he had problems with Sullivan Chime. He failed to win anything. Ofo Chukwuegbu also tried it when he joined ABGA, but lost also. Now, even Chimaroke, because he wants to be Senate president, thinks that on an account of his charisma, he can make people vote for him in the PDP, which is the People's Democratic Party, and vote Tinubu in the APC. And that will not happen because of the nature of my work. I interact with a lot of people and we discuss politics a lot. I have not seen a single person who said he would vote for Tinubu because of Chimaroke. And most people are talking about Obi. In fact, a vast majority of the people are obedient, but a good number of people also support Atiku. Well, Chimaroke cannot influence anyone to vote APC except maybe his own family. For the case of Ikpeazu, the situation is even more complex. Having fallen out with his predecessor, Senator T.A. Oji, is having a hard